nice. Just sit by the fire. This is one of those days where the body forces you to take a break. Because you're just pushing the physiological body to its limits. It's part of the game. This is sort of the cycle that I'm in. Looks like it's, since I have my daughter every second weekend, it sort of becomes the cycle out of that, where first of all, the most pleasurable time that I have and the time that I cherish the most is the time that I get to spend with Olivia. And the backside of that is the separation and the pain it causes in a cyclical manner. So I know it's going to be repeated, so it's just a fact in life that you have to accept. Which I think there is a lot of power to that, but also the pain is not less real for those matters. And then comes the structure around this sort of constant, which is my business life, or my life at this point. Where I push myself both physically and mentally, and since I know that there is a limited time between how much I can work whilst not spending time with family, because when I spend time with family, I'm 100% spending time with family, and I distance myself from my work life. But then comes the days where I'm completely turned on for work, and it's the drive. I don't know how to break and to slow that down. It's just, at this point, I'm just following my human nature. I'm just doing whatever is in my human nature to do. Whilst I'm aware in every moment. And today, just a result from the consequences of my prior actions. And I've been putting determined action into business for quite a while at this point. And it has built a character that's now capable of anything, really. I feel I'm capable to do anything. There isn't anything that I couldn't do. There's just a matter of what I choose to do and where I will put my energy. And I choose to pour my energy into the universe. This is so nice. It's something with this time of year as well. Something happens. Now the sun is setting and it's 3 o'clock. Then comes the dark. And I've learned to... This is a concept I picked up on when the seasons change. Adapt your environments to the seasons and embrace the positive aspect of each season. So when the darkness comes around, turn to a more inward state of being, where you try to make it more cozy, more pleasant, feel more warmth. And then it's quite nice. Then you find the positive aspects of the season that you're in. Comes back to being present and in the moment. You need to become aware. I really hope that Companion takes off soon. I really believe that it will help a lot of people the way that it has helped me and others that I know to use Companion. We need more help. We need more help. It's a big mission. I always believed that the mission is possible, but never did I believe that I was going to do it alone. My goal is and always will be to collaborate with as many people as possible, because I know that the more people we are that works collaboratively in order for a specific output, the stronger and more impactful the output will be. It's a natural consequence. This feels like charging, just feeling the energy from the heat. It's so nice. It's the small things. Being aware enough to sit in front of a cozy fire while the sun is setting on the mountain peaks. It's beautiful. I really like living here in Norway. It's a very safe country. Very futuristic country too, actually. It's funny, here in Norway you're barely able to get like a paper ticket to go on the bus or the trams or the subway, the trains. You need an app for everything. And prior, when I was in Italy, I really saw the infrastructure and the difference between how futuristic and high-tech the Nordic countries are, and to see the contrasts. It's funny because in those countries it's hard to buy a ticket on an app. So then when I come from Norway, I have no fucking app to buy my tickets, so how do I get my ticket? And then I have to stand in line, and I'm like, what? I have to stand in line for tickets? I just buy it on the phone and I have it. So nice, so convenient. So I'm looking forward to the next step of that, where since we're already early adopters of what seems to be any new technology that comes our way, I imagine that we'll also be fast adopters of robotics when this comes around. And it'll be interesting to see once the first robot starts to walk among us. And then there will be robots doing tasks and services. And probably in less than 5 years too. Probably less than 5 years. I think the natural next step after a great establishment within the field of AI is to have this coincide with a venture in robotics and really make a ecosystem of ventures that coincide where one supports the other. And then build the greatest fleet of robots in Scandinavia, and just have our own robot fleet. I think that's a very smart investment as a nation as well, to put resources into building the future infrastructure, which Norway has always been great at doing, by the way. We have one of the, or probably the best electrical grids on the planet. And it's not easy to build in Norway because of the mountains and the terrains and the vast distances, but very seldom is there a power outage. And if there is a power outage, it's fixed in a matter of hours or possibly a day, but very seldom a full day without electricity. And then it has to be the weather, like some storm or trees falling over the lines. And then very quickly they go out and fix that. Then you have guys rushing out, removing trees, fixing the line. It's incredible. I needed this now to just sit and ramble, bamble. Moving forward with Operation Cliff, we're calling it. Operation Cliff, where the goal is to, through a beginning move, start a chain reaction that causes maximum impact. And I'm very, very proud of the team that is starting to form around Project Cliff. Operation Cliff. Operation sounds cooler. I hope that we, through this initiative, can help awaken enough awareness around the importance of mental health in order to reduce the risks of incidents of corporate manslaughter, where, because corporations or businesses push their employees to a certain degree, or they don't give the proper education in a scenario, and combined with the fact that you have the possibility of having a individual with poor mental health, open up the window for possible incidents of death or serious injuries due to, if you have a construction worker with severe mental illness, but no one is able to pick up on it because there is no safety net to pick up on it, this individual is now increasing its own risk for committing suicide. That's one. But also having this individual on a work site is a potential danger for other individuals on work sites, because the mental clarity is not as sharp as it should be during procedures of high risk. And we know that men are amongst the highest numbers when it comes to the rate of committing suicide. And we know that industries like construction or farming has mostly men working in them. So naturally this would be one of the largest groups in the population where there are also the most, amongst the highest likelihood of committing suicide. So by collaborating with insurance and auditing of construction industry could give us the potential to have one big push in order to help reduce the likelihood of corporate manslaughter, and also to save lives along the way. I would prefer to phrase it the other way around, but in the world we live in, unfortunately, that's not how you need to say it for the right ears to listen. That I would want to say we're saving lives, and as a consequence of that, we're also reducing risk. I'm very excited about that. This has been a bit of a different episode today, since I'm not eating dinner. It's not dinner time yet, but I had the feeling I had to do this. So today it's Fire Talk with the philosophical Viking. Maybe have different, that could be a thing. Sometimes I'll do it in front of the fire, sometimes while I'm eating dinner, sometimes in the river. Fun. Funny. I have one more meeting today. It's the second ECI meeting. That is powerful, really powerful. To be invited and included in such a outstanding group is it's incredible. It's really incredible. And I'm honored to have the opportunity because it allows me to call all of them my peers, and as I see my peers, I also see myself. And it's something beautiful with that. It's important to acknowledge your value it's nice to be humble, but also know your worth. And don't be afraid of attaching an ego if you're not humble. Because being proud of your achievements and the output you give to the universe is not the same as being arrogant. But it's a balance to it. Everything is balance. And balance isn't something that you learn and then you have it. Balance is something you have to work constantly to have within. Balancing. It's an act in motion. It's not a still picture. Wisdom by the Fire is another funny name. Wisdom by the Fire. Featuring the philosophical Viking. I'll cap it at that. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't be shy. Push the like button. Feel free to write a comment. I really appreciate the support. Oh. Time to end, yes. I really appreciate the support that I'm getting. Also, this is very exciting. I find it joyful. But yeah, if you like the content, please subscribe to follow along and leave a comment if you have any questions or any stories to share, any wisdom you can bring to the collective. Bye!